lose all sense of reality and enter another world. Remember, do not underestimate the power of PlayStation.
Colin.
Yes.
You bring up the fact that this angered a lot of people. You anger a lot of people on this show. Frustrate a lot of people on this show because they love you so much.
Oh, well.
People like Matt. Matt from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Matt writes in and says, "Hello, Greg, Colin, in the ever-rotating third chair. Beyond?
Beyond.
It seems every week. You don't say beyond anymore?
Oh, I'll say beyond. Well, it wasn't addressed directly to me.
Is that how we raised
Beyond.
you? Is that how we raised you? You're no son of mine.
I'm just going to yell pre-order Borderlands the pre-sequel every time.
It seems every week we hear about just how much Colin hates playing games with other people. I'm sure it's been discussed, but I guess I've just missed the explanation of why. With Destiny looming, my co-op fire is burning bright. Even the thought of cranking up the last-gen console for Borderlands pre-sequel has me excited because I love co-op gaming so much. It's a tugboat. Playing games by myself has its perks, but playing games alongside my friends is just the best. I completely understand that everyone is entitled to prefer his or her gaming styles, but I just wanted to know if there was more to it. Did Colin have a bad online experience? I know that I've had plenty of online multiplayer sessions that ended abruptly because of horrible comments being made in the lobby before the game even started. I get it. For that reason alone, I usually classify co-op play entirely different beast than multiplayer. Why don't you like playing with your friends? He understands.
Something happened.
Yeah, I would love if this is like a really dark story.
Yeah,
It's single tier.
nothing happened at all. It goes back to when I was, a kid even. What you play Contra or something like that, right, with other people, or you'd even do like you hand the controller back and forth like you would have to do or like take turns like in Mario or whatever. I just never enjoyed that. I don't play games to like bond with other people. I don't want to play games with other people. I don't want to go at their pace. I want to go at my pace. Sometimes that's quicker. Sometimes that's slower. I've had good experiences online. I think The Last of Us is a great example of a game where I had a lot of great experiences. Things people say bother me? No, because they just mute everyone when I go into online games. I don't talk to anyone. Like I mute. That's the first thing I do when I like go into games. I just mute everyone. Like everyone's muted. It's done. So that's never like a thing. So it's just not what gets me excited about playing games. That's kind of where I stand on that. I understand that some people are different. Destiny doesn't speak to me at all. I have no interest in Destiny whatsoever, and I won't be playing it, I'm sure. But that's why I was so eager for that Ubisoft game, The Division, to have single player, because I think that game looks awesome. I think Destiny looks fine, but I don't think Destiny looks like a game-changing kind of thing. I think, The Division looks friggin' rad, and sounds rad, and so I was desperate to be able to play it by myself, and I think you can. So that's just me. It's the same thing with Borderlands. When I played Borderlands and Borderlands 2, I played it by myself. When I play Soul Sacrifice, I play it by myself. When I play these games that might be designed for other people, I play it by myself. That's just the way it is.
I think it's also important to understand that it's not like just games. Like, you just like being alone in general.
Yes, I do.
Like, I mean, this also applies to drinking and everything else. Like, I think you...
Yeah, I like to drink alone. Yeah.
Not that you're an alcoholic, but no, I think in general, it's like you have friends and you see them when you want to, but there's certain things you like to do alone.
Sure, the thing about co-op gaming for me is I like it when it's easy and it's fun and you're all doing on the same page, but when you get off page, like I'm playing Diablo with Christine, right, and we're having a great time, and I don't mind it when for when you're playing local couch co-op Diablo, you hit in to go into your inventory, everything stops for both players, obviously, whereas online you could keep playing. But like I was like the other day, I'm like, are you into the story? Can we listen to a podcast? It's like, no, I'm enjoying the story. I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know what I mean? Like, there's that just difference. So, like, when you're by yourself,
the story of Diablo.
Yeah, when you're there's that story there. when you're it's because it's all the same thing. Usually it turns me off, this fantasy of these the hell and the angels and the demons have come to Earth in this, of course, old school land where nobody's got a cell phone. Stupid
I
ass
love the idea of
fantasy.
Steimer like in tears, being so moved by this story, and
I was like,
And you're trying to listen to This American Life.
yeah, exactly, in one ear.
But that's the thing, right? Like, Last of Us is a great example, like, of a game that I don't think would work co-op, because I want to go explore the environments and go to every nook and cranny and not feel like
I
I'm
hope
holding
Fallout
somebody back.
never has co-op, because that's the kind of game I'm slow.
I'm so scared of it. That's what I'm scared of. See, I don't want people to get the impression that this needs to be in every game.
But I think you're going to see fewer. My guess would be you'll see fewer single player games, because it's going to be that kind of The Division and Titanfall and all these things where it's like connected, and like even Watch Dogs, which is a single player game, like you're always connected to other players and they can invade your game and all that stuff. Like I think because more and more people have online, and because the online capabilities and sharing and all that stuff are growing, I would imagine you'll see fewer like core single player Fallout 3 style experiences.
Yeah, and that's a shame. And I want to say real quick, I think you're right that it's just who I am. My dad visited a few weeks ago. We were talking about it. My dad really, I'm very much my father's son, and he likes to be alone too. Like I know when he visits, like it's funny because he's the same way I am when I visit people, where he like he'll stay at a hotel and he'll hang out with you during the day. He's not in any rush to like get in touch with you. And when he gets up in the morning, we have lunch, dinner, hang out. And he's like, all right, I'm going. You know, like he needs like to be, he wants to go read or hang out by himself. Yeah, exactly. And I like that too. So like gaming is my me time. If I can synthesize the me time with the gaming, that's great. The last thing I want to do when I play a video game is play it with another person. And it's not to say that there's like games that I haven't enjoyed with other people. We played All-Stars a lot when it came out. Back in the day, I used to love GoldenEye and Smash and Street Fighter and stuff like that. But those days are kind of behind me. Like I don't want to play games with other people. So, more power to you if you do.
Users lose all sense of reality and enter another world. Remember, do not underestimate the power of PlayStation.